Hi everyone and welcome back to Israel in Style, the show that brings you everything on Israeli fashion, culture, and lifestyle. On today's show we have a young yoga instructor turned model turned blogger. The founder of the Nimi Group is here to tell us how he made vacationing much more convenient. Coop Felt is back on our show talking about the hottest new Israeli series. And lastly, we have the Wooden Soul Project singer with us today who doesn't just sing in one, not just two, but 10 different languages. Busy show today, guys, so stay tuned. I think it's safe to say that if you've never really tried something and given it your true shot, you'll never know if you like it. Well, my next guest has tried it all. She's a yoga instructor, she models and blogs all at once, which seem to have a lot in common lately. Shirley Dove, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So why don't you tell us which came first, the yoga instructor, the blogging, or the modeling? How did it all happen?
So I'd say the yoga started first because I've been doing it since I was 7.
Wow, 7?
Yeah, my dad took me for the first time when I was 7. And I can't say I really liked it.
It was kind of just like, oh, my dad's making me kind of thing.
No, it was like time to spend with my dad. Okay. He worked a lot, so it was kind of like the only thing we could do together.
Amazing. So he kind of got you into that at a really young age, 7 years old.
Yeah.
And so how did it develop to do it like instructing, and how did the rest of the career paths go?
So I'm not the kind of person that can work in something that doesn't make me happy. I can't sit in an office all day. So I knew I had to do something that I love, and I loved yoga. So teaching, I didn't know was something that I was good at or not, but I think it's something you can work on. So that's what I went off to learn.
That's kind of what came first.
Yeah.
Okay, and then from that you went to modeling and then blogging, or did blogging come first? How did that?
Probably blogging came first because it was just a way for me to express myself, and then I started to see it inspired people. So I kept doing that, and then a lot of modeling opportunities came. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that, but...
You never saw yourself modeling. It was kind of just something that came along the way.
Yeah.
And when you're saying blogging, what kind of content can we see? What kind of, you're saying a lot of people get inspired. What kind of inspiration do you like to send to your followers?
More about like natural beauty, on how to love yourself. I don't think you can really help others unless you help yourself first, and that's what I've learned through my life experiences. So that's pretty much the message I send. And
so you're from LA originally. You came here to Israel how many years ago?
About 5.5 years ago. So
in those 5.5 years, you've been doing yoga, you said, since you were 7 years old, and you're from LA, which is also a really big, trending, active city. But how do you feel like Tel Aviv, took on the trend of yoga as a way of kind of like a lifestyle?
I think, so people think of yoga as just like stretching and exercise, but it has a lot more to it. There's a philosophy behind it, a diet behind it. So I think Tel Aviv takes it up a notch. They meditate more than I've seen people in LA. A lot of vegans, a lot of vegetarians. So.
So you said a lot of vegans and a lot of vegetarians. Do you feel like that goes hand in hand with yoga? Like, are you a vegan and vegetarian?
Yeah. I'm vegan.
Okay.
Part of yoga is you can't hurt others. When they say others, like all beings. Right. So that goes hand in hand with what you eat. Yeah.
So it kind of flows with whatever it is that you're doing with yoga. Your mentality and the lifestyle that you're going kind of transcends into what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And so how do you help teach that to people that aren't really aware of that? Like, if I want to practice yoga, but I still like eating meat, do you feel like people, are afraid to come and participate because of things like that?
Not at all. I mean, maybe for some teachers that are more aggressive about what they believe, but I ate meat pretty much my whole life, so I'm really understanding and compassionate to that. I think everyone has to come to it on their own terms and on the right timing. So I'm open-minded, and I hope people stay open-minded, coming to learn something new and not scared that I'm going to push my opinions on them.
Right. You're one of those more open-hearted teachers who's kind of letting people do their own thing. And I see you here on the grass, indoors, on the beach. Like, how do you think Tel Aviv is kind of, maybe even took yoga up a step for you because of the opportunities to be more outdoors and to be a little bit more free here?
So a lot of places charge a lot of money for yoga, and there are people doing yoga everywhere in Tel Aviv, at the park, at the beach, and that's how I got more into it, how I've really improved my practice by just meeting with different yogis, or not even yogis, people that do movement in general. And I think nature inspires you and motivates you even more. So
where do you plan on taking this? Do you plan on pursuing more modeling, blogging, yoga instructing, or do you kind of just really want to be doing it all together?
I kind of just go where the universe takes me. I have no expectations, but I'd really like to help more people. I'd like to open up maybe a retreat center where people can come donation-based, learn how to meditate, learn how to eat right, and do yoga and really heal. So that's my main goal. But
that's what you aspire here for in Tel Aviv specifically, or do you plan on taking it back to the States?
I like tropical weather, so I'm thinking Hawaii. But
wow, really?
Yeah.
So you're going to take it all the way to a different place and take it all the way to Hawaii?
Well, maybe I can open up many centers, so Israel can be one. So
yes, very optimistic. I love that. All right, well, good luck. I love your blog. We talked about this before. Very inspiring, very great content. A lot of self-love and self-expression, which I absolutely love. So continue doing that. So if you're in the area and are looking for an amazing yoga instructor who teaches in English, Shirley Dove is your girl. Make sure to give her a follow and check out her page for some more inspiration. What's better than landing in a city you've never been to, sleeping in an apartment in the center of the action, and living like a true local? Well, the Nimi Group offers just that. No hassle, no worries. All you got to do is book your stay, let them know what kind of trip you're planning, and they got the rest covered. Here with me in the studio is Nimrod Erez, the founder of the Nimi Group, to tell me all about it. Hi, Nimrod. How are you?
I'm good. You say it so well. Wow. I don't need to do nothing.
So that was basically the Nimi Group. Now tell me a little bit about it. What the Nimi Group is, and what are you guys offering?
Nimi Group is a company that came to the road because there are special needs of people in our age, or the new people,
right?
And the new people that coming around the world, the new traveling. People right now traveling more and more and more around the world, and they're going to see more and more cities. And they have, but always they want to feel home. Always they want to feel like they're in the right place, and they're going exactly to the right place.
Like a local, like a true local. Like where would the Tel Avivians go?
Exactly. So the Tel Avivians go, there's like a small market, small people that know exactly where to go. We are exactly coming from this side, and we can tell every client that's coming to us by our personalized. We are asking some question, we are making the check-in. We are there with him, ask him all the question, and then we tell him what to do. Right. And which part to go in the city, if it's to the beach, if it's to the clubs, if it's the nightlife, if it's the food, because the food is amazing in Israel.
Right.
We ask him the question, we know the personality of the man, and then we'll give them the result.
Right, so you guys are offering a type of apartment service for people that are coming here to Israel. Not just Israel, right? You guys are offered a little bit all over the world right now.
Exactly. Now we're in Barcelona too. Next year we're supposed to be in Jerusalem and in Madrid.
Okay.
And who knows? Maybe.
And who knows? So you guys are renting out these apartments, right? How do you guys find these apartments? What are you guys looking for? You know, like location, the size of the apartment.
This is a great question. We are looking in 4 things. When I'm looking for apartment, I'm thinking about my crowd. So I have tourists that coming, I have business people that coming, I have fashion, that people wants to make some fashion in our apartments, and I have the wedding issue. What is the wedding issue? People right now, weddings, they doesn't want to go to a hotel and get a small room. They want to have the experience.
Right.
Okay, woman, when she wants to get married, she wants to feel it. So we have like a big apartment like this one over here, yes, that the girls love it. They're coming over there, they sleep night before. She wake up in 8 o'clock in the morning and say, okay, tonight I'm getting married. All her friends are coming over. The dresser is coming, the haircut is coming.
There's room for
music,
everything.
there's room for everything, and they enjoy it. This is like the best review that I get in Nimi Group. I think it was from the wedding issue.
From the wedding. So you were saying you were also looking out for families. So families are coming here and they let you know, hi, I'm going to be here with 2 kids and a toddler. We need to be close to the beach and we need this. So you know exactly what they're looking for.
Exactly.
And you have apartments for families, business, everything that's going on.
This is from the other part. For business people want everything to be easy.
Right.
So you need a place, you need a location to be very easy, if it's transportation or if it's very easy to come to their offices, or if they have some meetings that they can do it easily. Restaurants nearby. Tourists is more the atmosphere. People come for tourists. You come, you just want to be happy. If I need to make him happy, this is my. When people enter to my apartment, this is what I need to do, to make them happy, to make them smile. If they are smile, I did my work.
Well, I can definitely tell you I'm smiling from, you see here in the back, these pictures, the interior design in these apartments. Who is doing the interior design in these apartments?
This is my mom.
This is my mom.
Yeah, this is my. Let's say that I am
Give Ima
like.
some credit. Yes.
She definitely needs to get some credit. Let's say that I'm like the brain.
Right.
Okay, like I'm choosing the apartment, see what is good and not good, and what can be assist for us and not assist for us.
Okay.
Like my mom, she's the artist. She's entered the apartment, and what she said is what it's gonna be.
That's gold. That's what she's going to be.
Exactly.
And so are these apartments meant for short term or long term? You know, there's a bunch of services like Airbnb and stuff like that that you can rent an apartment for a few months, 6 months, something like that. What is yours targeted for?
Our added value is for short term and medium term. If someone will come to us and take a apartment for 6 months, it can.
Right.
But it's not the add value. If you're coming for short term, for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, for 1 month, we can assist him because we are connection him to the city, to the local city, to the places to get out, to know how the city is working. Every city is something else. We are making the connection. We make him feel right away it's home, right away he's coming to the right place. And this is our
And it's a 24-hour business, though. You're constantly messaging your customers,
Friday,
the tenants
Saturday,
that are there.
all day.
They call you. They're like, where's the best place to eat? The bar. You ask them a few questions and kind of get to know a little bit about their vibe.
Concierge. This is a concierge.
Concierge service. An apartment, like a renting apartment plus concierge service.
It's more than concierge. I can tell you now.
Yeah.
I just came back from Moscow.
Yes.
Okay. Can tell you now. I was in a hotel for 3 nights. Okay. The last night I just want to go out. I asked the hotel, where do you think to go out? I asked the guy on the service line.
Yeah.
It took him 20 minutes to tell me something, and the place was
not even
good.
close.
So I stayed at home. So I stayed in the hotel and woke.
But it only showed you that you were doing something right, right?
Exactly, because we are, first of all, we care. We care about the clients. We want the client to be happy. We started this business because we want people to be happy. It started because I was traveling all over the world and was every place that I went, just see another apartment, another tenant, and say, okay, this is good, this is not good. Then I told myself, you can do something better than everyone else. And this is exactly what Nimi Group does.
So, final question, because we got to wrap this up. How can people reserve an apartment? Where can they find you?
First of all, we have a website.
The website?
www.nimgroup.com.
Yes.
Facebook,
okay.
Instagram. We are working with Airbnb. We're working with Booking.com. We have the highest score in Booking.com.
Wow.
For apartments in all the Middle East.
In all the Middle East, the highest ratings.
All the Middle East. In Airbnb, we have more than 250 reviews, more than 16 apartments, and we never cancel reservation. Never. So this is the availability of us, and we are very reliable. So if you book a place with us, it's
you know it's 100%. Also because of you guys who are carrying 100%, and also because of your mom for her interior design, which we have to give some credit to because I absolutely love it. So thank you so much, Nimrod, for coming in, and I can't wait to travel around and hopefully find you guys in different cities.
I wish.
So when planning your next trip, why resort to a typical hotel when you can just customize your stay? Check out the Nimi Group website to learn just how easy it is to have your perfect vacay. So you remember a few weeks ago when we talked all about the new season of Fauda and a bit about the evolution of Israeli media over the years? Well, TV critic and journalist Ruta Coop Felt is back in the studio with us to talk about the latest Israeli series to come out. Hi, Ruta, how are you?
Hi. Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming in. Why don't we talk about, you are here to talk about with the new show called Awakening the Bear, right?
Yeah, I guess that's
the only translation that we figured out from the Hebrew title to the English. So what can you tell me about this new series?
Okay, it's about a woman who lives in Haifa, in the Carmel, that she finds that the things she said to her psychologist in therapy, that all his notes or her notes have been
published.
Not published, but someone have arrived into someone else's hands and they send it to her, and it's all the most private things of her life, of course. Things that you only tell your shrink.
Things that you shouldn't tell your shrink, but still tell your shrink because you know that no one's going to find out about it.
Of course. And someone is probably blackmailing her with this information now, and she has to tell her family, her husband, about the the things that are going to be discovered.
I have to watch this show now.
And now it also has this sort of like thriller part to it, but it also is talking about relationships and about where passion comes in and where, you know, a long, stable relationship what sort of like the difference between a long relationship and the passion that you talk about that you used to have with the person, and they have to look at it in different eyes.
I'm dying to see this show already.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
And I am too, especially since the person who made the series, the creator, her name is Karen Margalit, and she also made a very, very good series that was called here in Israel, Yellow Peppers. It was adapted to other countries and was named something else, and we'll talk about that. What she did was she told the story of a family in the south of Israel that had to deal with the fact that their little boy, who they understood was having some problems, is actually autistic on the spectrum, and how they deal with this revelation and with the child, and what she did so well and so heart touching, warming. What it is that she really described the family as something that you could really feel to and relate to. And she herself has an autistic child, so I guess she knows exactly what she's talking about.
From a personal side.
And she went through all these situations that we see. So I think that the fact that she's very good with families, with describing families and family drama with this other, thriller theme will make it extremely interesting. And the fact that it's going to be in the next Berlin Festival.
Right, I was just going to ask you about that. So it's getting aired first in the Berlin Festival?
The series in Israel will be shown next Monday. Okay.
So I'm so excited. I'm really genuinely excited. It sounds
too.
great.
I mean, she's really she's a very unique creator, TV creator and writer, and she's very meticulistic, right? And I think she'll be doing a great job. The series was such a hit here, that they turned it into a British one called The A Word.
Wow.
And in Greece, they also made a series into it, and there they called it The Word That You're Not Allowed to Say.
That's so interesting, like how people translate, the titles. We were trying to translate the title of Awakening the
Bear.
So what I want to ask you before we have to wrap up is, why is it such a huge deal that this show from an Israeli creator and writer is being, played in the Berlin Festival?
Okay, because as we said last time, the Israeli industry is so young. It's such a small country, and a lot of our TV series are doing very well around the world, being adapted to other, to the British industry. That's like in Hebrew, there's a song that says that everything in England is better. The songs are better. The TV series is better. Everything is better. So here you see they're taking a series that was made in Israel and making into a British series.
Right.
So
amazing. And so
and in the Berlin, I really hope that she'll succeed there. I'm sure she will here. That's for sure.
It's 1 out of 6 series that's going to be featured
from all around the world.
Amazing.
In a certain
and
category.
one of them is ours.
Yes.
From the Holy Land, which is something we can respect. And I'm so glad that you came in here. Got
Glad
me really
to be
excited
here.
for our new series, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again on the show for the next series that comes out.
Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. As always, stay tuned to Israel in Style, and hopefully Ruta will be back to discuss more in today's Israeli media. And to close off today's show, we have the lead singer of the Wood and Soul Project and Berklee College of Music graduate Faustina Abad here with us to tell us all about her musical journey. But first, let's play a short clip of their song Nasi en Almo.
No tengo lugar y no tengo paisaje y a menos tengo patria.
So tell me, that was beautiful. Tell me, how did you get involved in singing? How did you get started?
Well, my mom is a singer, and since I was a child, music was in the house always, and I've been singing since I remember myself, and I was performing since I was 8 or maybe even before then, yeah. And
you were not a shy kid. You could get on stage and perform.
Well, I was shy, but I got over it.
That was your way of expressing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got many opportunities. I won the competition for talented kids in Israel. It was called Bravo in 2002. I was 12.
Wow.
And it was like a huge step, and everybody knew who I am. And then I discovered like jazz music, and I went to other competitions in Italy. And then I got into Berklee College of Music.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
It's such a prestigious school for music.
Yeah, with a full scholarship, and I was very thankful for that. And went to Spain also to study abroad from Berklee, and it was an amazing experience. And then I went back to Israel, but I continued to perform in Washington. I did some good stuff there. Yeah.
So you sing in 10 different languages.
Yeah, almost.
How?
Something like
you
that.
don't speak 10 different languages, but you sing in 10 different languages. What do you feel like that's, how do you feel like that's possible?
Well, I speak almost in 5 languages.
Okay. Which is impressive on its own, like we can put that there, but...
Well, because my mom is Russian, and I was born in Soviet Union, and my father is from Ecuador, and I have family in Ecuador, Latin America, and I kind of stayed in touch with the family, and I was fascinated with Spanish, and I learned Russian also from my mom, and Hebrew in school, English, you know, so it kind of went very natural for me. And when I went to Italy 5 times for competitions and for concerts, I kind of studied their Italian.
You kind of figured it out. You picked up on, you clearly have a knack for picking up languages. Yeah. So what is your favorite, here in the background, in the clip, you're singing in Spanish.
Yeah, this one is Spanish.
So what's your favorite language? What do you feel most comfortable in singing?
Wow, it's hard to say because every language has its own way of communicating, you know, a vibe to it. Spanish is very romantic, it's beautiful, but Hebrew is very, I don't know, it's biblical and very ancient and interesting. And English, because I love a lot of singers that sing in English, so I don't know.
You don't have a favorite?
I don't know.
That's good. You don't need to have a favorite because you can sing 10 different ones, so what does it really matter?
Yeah, I love
What about your band? Tell us about your band, Wooden Soul Project, how you got started, and you also use very basic instruments, but very intricate ones. Tell us about it.
Well, I've started this band with my boyfriend, Anton, and we just started playing together, and we had a lot of fun, and it started to be a very serious project with interesting instruments.
What is this instrument going on
here? This is, it's called Shamba. Our friend makes this instrument, and it's from a gas balloon. Balloon, yeah. It was previously, but then he changed the tunings and stuff, and it sounds magical. And we incorporate it in our shows and stuff. And we have a lot of acoustic instruments, so it's very live. It's not electronic set, you know, it's more of a live wood soul, you know. It's
Wooden Soul.
Yeah, Wooden Soul.
That's where the name, I'm assuming, popped up from.
Yes.
Where can people see you performing, either here in Israel, around the world, if you guys are offered?
We really want to expand and go to America and go to Europe more, but we perform a lot in Israel, and we have next show is on February 14th. It's Valentine's
Day.
Yeah, and we're gonna do it in Dizengoff, near Dizengoff Center. It's called Table Talk, this cafe place.
That is really exciting because that is not far away from my house, so I'm extremely intrigued. Yes, you have a beautiful voice, and I kind of wanted to get into more details about your lyrics. We just unfortunately don't have time. But where can people find you?
Well, we're a lot on Facebook.
Okay.
So you can search Wooden Soul Project.
Right.
And we're gonna start a website soon and YouTube, and you can contact me on Facebook, Faustina Abad, or faustinamusic@gmail.com.
Definitely. Amazing. Well, thank you so much. I love your voice. I love your lyrics. I love the fact that you sing in 10 different languages. That's super impressive.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you loved their story, want to hear more from the Wooden Soul Project, make sure to keep up with them to find out where they'll be performing next. And that's all the time we have for today's show of Israel in Style. I wanted to thank all our guests who came into the studio today. And for all you viewers out there who missed a single second of Israel in Style and want to catch up, you can find us at iltv.tv/Israel in Style. Have a fabulous week, everybody.